Good morning, everyone. This is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here for Positively Osceola's Daybreak Live. We are so excited to be coming to you on this Wednesday. It is May 26th, 9 a.m. Be sure to say hello whenever you hop on. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button. Go ahead and grab you a cup of coffee and join us as we give you all the details of the 146th Silver Spurs Rodeo. We are so excited to welcome Mr. Chris Baker, who is the big boss of the Silver Spurs Rodeo. Very, very excited to amp up next week's events. June 4th and 5th, rodeos taking place right here in Osceola County, and we are so excited here at Positively Osceola. Hopefully you guys are as well. Mr. Chris is going to be giving us all the details of what to expect with this year's June rodeo. Lots of exciting things going to be taking place, so be sure to hit that thumbs up button and hit that share button, but most importantly, comment below so I can wish you a happy Wednesday and thank you for joining us. We're going to come on here and hit the share button as well, so that way everyone knows what's happening. When it comes to Silver Spurs Rodeo, you guys know Silver Spurs Rodeo is one of my favorite events we have here in Osceola County. So much heritage and so much tradition goes into these rodeos. So it's always such a joy to be a part of them and to continue that heritage right here in Osceola County. So I'm all shared, ready to go this morning. Hopefully you guys are as well. And we will go ahead and get started with our Daybreak Live. Alrighty, so at this time, we're going to go ahead and welcome our special guest this morning, Mr. Chris Baker. Good morning, Mr. Chris. How are you doing?
We're doing great. How are you? Long time no see.
I know. We're getting very excited. 146 Silver Spurs Rodeo taking place June 4th and 5th. We cannot wait. For the folks that are joining us, go ahead and tell them all about this year's June Rodeo and what can be expected during June 4th and June 5th.
We're going to have a pretty good rodeo. I really expect it to be well represented this year too, with everybody coming out of the pandemic. People are wanting to get out and see things, and especially, and the rodeo is such a family fun event that it's very safe for the family and the kids. But we're gonna have our traditional events, but one that we added this year in 2019, the PRCA added the breakaway roping for the ladies, and everybody knows that the main event for the ladies in rodeo is basically, we like to call it drum running sometimes, but basically, and that's just a little dig at our friends in that event. Mm-hmm. But they added the breakaway roping, and what that looks like is a lot of people know what the calf roping looks like for the men, and for the ladies, it start out the same way, and the calf will leave the chute, and the ladies got to throw a loop, rope the calf, and as soon as the line becomes taut, it breaks off the saddle horn, and that's where the time stops. Now they don't have to break down off the horse and break the calf down and tie the legs, but it is a great event for our ladies. Mm-hmm. And it's been big in high school and junior rodeo and the collegiate level and some of the semi-pro events, but the PRCA said, this is something that we can add, and it brings more inclusion for our ladies. Right. And it's a great event, and we're adding it to our June lineup.
We're very excited for that. It's always fun when you welcome a first-time event, especially here at the Silver Spurs Rodeo. But for those that maybe come for the traditional events, all those events are going to be there as well. So go ahead and touch base about all the events that are going to be covered at the June Rodeo.
All right. Well, we have our traditional rough stock events, which is going to be the bareback, saddle bronc, and bull riding. And you just really you can't dismiss our big men with steer wrestling. You can't dismiss our tie-down ropers, our team ropers, and of course, like I said, our ladies in the breakaway and drum running. I like to call it drum running because it gets my kids, Dad, why do you call it that?
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you we are so excited for this year's June Rodeo. I feel like everyone's been on edge. It's been a while since we've had a June Rodeo, so lots of people are super excited to have all that summer fun right here in Osceola County. Yeah. You are big boss of the Silver Spurs Rodeo, which is such an honor. You are part of the Silver Spurs Riding Club, and something that I always love touching base on is Silver Spurs Riding Club does so much than what people just see within those nights of rodeo. You guys are really involved in the community and do so much. So go ahead and tell us what the Silver Spurs Riding Club really is.
Well, we started back in the 1940s. So we're almost 100 years old. We're moving up that way. And basically, we were conceived just for a passion of our horses, the ranch life. The pioneer ranchers got together and just basically wanted to get together and have some fun. And we saw a way that we could give back to our community. We are a nonprofit through the agriculture side.
Right.
And so what we do is, and a lot of people really don't understand it, but a lot of the events that we have a rodeo. We host the National Bear Horse Association coming up in June.
Right.
We host that as well, and several bull ridings, standalone bull ridings a year. And what we do, we use that money to put on our rodeos, of course. But anything that we have left over after we've paid for our contract acts, after we've paid our outs on our animals, we take that money and we put it back into the community.
Right.
We do that in ways, scholarships for graduating seniors, for our local seniors. We do it in ways, we'll make a donation. We've done it to the Guardian Ad Litem. We've done it for cancer research. We take that money and we put it right back into our community, which a lot of people don't realize. The Silver Spurs is a total volunteer organization. So we're not paying people's salaries. We're not, paying for people's lunches, so to speak. We're all volunteer. We're there basically just to see if we can make our community better. We have one paid employee because, trust me, putting on these rodeos, you've got to have somebody full-time putting that together.
Absolutely.
So we show up and we try to put on the best family-friendly entertainment that we can, and then we turn around and we take that money that we receive and we put it back into the community. And we really have to thank our sponsors for helping out with that. And sometimes they get overlooked, but our county commission, the Osceola County Commission, is involved in that, and Experience Kissimmee, and a lot of these places really do believe in what the Silver Spurs does in the community, and they support that. And without that and those sponsors, we couldn't bring this rodeo to you, and we couldn't do the good within the community that the Silver Spurs is known for doing.
Absolutely. And I love that you touch base about the volunteers, because that's something, again, a lot of people do not realize. When you're at Silver Spurs Rodeo and you go to all those concession stands, those are all volunteer. Those are all people that a lot of times it's a long family tradition of being part of the Silver Spurs Rodeo. It's not just something they do to make some extra cash. It's all volunteer. And that's something that's so special, because not only is it a family event in the aspect of bringing your family to the rodeo, but it's a family event in the sense of volunteering and just hearing the stories. Even when it comes to quadrille, we talk about this all the time. It's one of my favorite things, but being able to see those traditions be passed down and hear the stories of, oh, my grandfather used to do quadrille and then I participated and now I have my son participating. Those are some of the best stories that take place within that arena. So it's all
without a doubt. I mean, and that's how we started. It all started with the quadrille and getting together and showcasing our talents all across the nation. And that started in 1941. And I rode in quadrille. My kids rode in quadrille. A lot of my friends, it was a get together, and it was a lot of fun. And you really just, when you're passionate about something, you want to share it with people, and that's what the Silver Spurs is, and we enjoy that.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be celebrating 146 Silver Spurs Rodeo, June 4th and June 5th. Go ahead and give the times of the rodeo. So if someone's sitting here watching and they're like, I have to be there, I'm putting it on my calendar now. What time are the doors, or is the rodeo going to begin, and when will the doors open when it comes to the Silver Spurs?
Well, it's Friday and Saturday night, so the 4th and 5th. They start at 7:30. We'll open the doors an hour prior to that, and it's $20 a ticket for adults, and 10 kids under 10 are free.
Awesome.
So rain or shine, pray for rain, but not too much. Let it rain up until the show. How about that?
Right. Absolutely. We need it.
We need it bad. But by all means, we're gonna open the doors. You're gonna see a good rodeo. We're actually gonna have some mutton busting, so some of the kids are gonna be out there sheep. Yep, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We've already contacted some of our ranchers. They're bringing some of their sheep, and it'll be a good time.
Absolutely. Now, if someone's interested in getting tickets, can they go to the box office? Do they still need to go online? How is the ticket situation working for?
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but yes, we are going to have tickets at the box office, but we are selling them online as well. So they can go to our website, silverspursrodeo.com, and you can buy your tickets right there if you don't want to wait in line to purchase your tickets. That's great, and actually that's been picking up steam the last several years. People are buying them online because we've always had such a tremendous rush to the box office. We've had that in-presence, in-person purchase, but it's picking up steam, buying it online. So, by all means, you can pick it up there at silverspursrodeo.com or come to the box office, whichever you fancy.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited again. 146 Silver Spurs Rodeo taking place June 4th and June 5th. Want to make sure you guys go online, get your tickets. Are you guys still doing limited seating when it comes to the arena?
It's funny because the Governor DeSantis has put us open for business, and we are trying to be good partners in the community. We haven't opened it up full, but I can tell you this: I think we're at 75%. But I'll be honest with you, I think we could get some support of going beyond that, but I can't tell you 100% because it's a day-to-day thing that we're dealing with the county commission and SMG Global. So I will tell you that I don't think it's going to be a limited event, but there is enough seating within our arena that if you want to socially distance, you can. There's not going to be a problem with that at all. If you want to wear a mask, wear your mask. We're asking people to follow the CDC guidelines. Come have a good time. It's family friendly. If you want to sit, by yourself, I think you can find the room to do that.
Absolutely. The whole point with that question is make sure you guys get those tickets. Since they are still worried about capacities and things, want to make sure that you can get your tickets now so you have your seat reserved when it comes to all the rodeo fun. Be sure to visit their website, silverspursrodeo.com. Get your tickets today. Go to their website as well. If you are a first-time rodeo attendee and you have questions about the rodeo, Silver Spurs Rodeo's website is the place you want to go. They have all of the information about rodeo and all the events listed on their website as well. So thank you again, Mr. Chris, for joining us. We're so excited for the 146 Silver Spurs Rodeo taking place June 4th and June 5th. Thank you for your services, Big Boss. We're so excited for this rodeo and can't wait to attend the June rodeo right here in Silver Spurs Arena. This is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here with Mr. Chris Baker, Big Boss of the Silver Spurs Rodeo, and together we're making a positive difference in and around